I was saying uh-oh about Russell Brand.
Oh, what do you do now?
Oh, he's in a lot of hot water. He's accused of rape and sexual assault over a 7-year period, with text messages where the girl sent him a text that said, when a girl says no, it means no, and he replied, I'm very sorry.
Ooh, not a good day.
Juice!
Hey, welcome back to our Stupid Rex of Corbin.
I'm Rick.
You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter for more juicy content. Thank you to everybody who supports on Patreon. Follow us Twitter account, subscribe to the like button.
I will say, more power to anyone who's a victim voicing it and coming out and saying what they need to say. You got to say it.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep.
Take the monsters down.
Yeah.
Today we got a song from the 2002 film Raaz.
Raaz.
And it's
not to be confused with VJ.
No.
Aapke Pyaar mein
means in your love. And this is subbed English,
which is very different than saying you're in love. And
this is English subbed, not by any of our subbers. It's just the English sub version I found on YouTube of a popular song. And so if the subs are bad, they're not our fault.
Not a stupid
subbers.
Family problem.
But this is actually from a film that is 2002, but it's a popular, I don't want to say full horror, but horror Indian film. So not.
Speaking of horror, I read something today that made me so freaking happy.
What?
A stage version that will happen on the West End and then hopefully come to Broadway of Paranormal Activity is being written.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And and Johnny and I have talked about how if there's one genre that just doesn't get depicted on stage enough, it's horror. I'm so excited about the prospect of there being that would immediately make me want to go to New York and see that show. I would love to see it on the West End. Are you kidding me?
But yeah, so this is a holiday, but they don't know that a strange figure is waiting for one of the whatever that means. I just know it's like it has some. It's not going to be scary, like
right.
I assume, because it's
it's going to have scary moments,
and it's of that ilk.
Yeah,
and it's a popular franchise. I think there's been 3 films now.
Scary time,
and I know for India, October is not scary time, but here in the States, it is. And it's
so
a tradition to just watch scary movies all month.
It's so wonderful. It starts to get darker earlier, and then the leaves start to turn, and it's just everything is becoming Halloween-y. It's great.
I'll show you my Halloween-y.
That's right.
Here we go. Bollywood douche. Oh. Wow.
Odd. That was very odd. Boy, does that sound older than it is. Sounds old.
Produced by Alia's father, by the way. Said Mahesh Bhatt.
Oh, okay.
Easy there, Shah Rukh Khan. Leave that neck for someone else. Ooh. Sexy.
Very.
Hot damn.
Oh, her turn. Get the hint, bro.
Oh, damn.
Yeah!
What are they doing?
They are frolicking. And they're going to get really bad cases of poison ivy.
She's gonna go down. Watch.
You know what I love about this? She's the initiator.
Oh yeah, because she's probably a witch.
Love it.
I often cry during sex as well.
My mom told me.
Mohabbat.
Beautiful shot.
Switzerland.
Oh man. Want to go in that water.
She wants to jump your bones, bruh. She's horny.
Love it. No, stay standing, stay standing. Oh, wow, that was amazing. What she just did. Man, she's smoldering. Oh, that's sexy.
What's Mohabbat mean? Because that's the Shah Rukh Khan film. Mohabbat. In your love? I imagine he sees something.
I'm sure he does. For a split second there, I thought it was going to be a spoiler and he was going to get hit with some arrows. Like, remember that happened to us for
Padmavat.
For Padmavat. But yeah, sorry. I got to go home to my wife now. Bye.
Because at 134th chub.
Yep. Don't ask me to come up to the board and do a problem in class. Did that ever happen to you?
And I had a boner?
Yes. Early high school years, like freshman year. Oh my goodness, especially if it was first or second period and I was wearing sweats. I would be terrified because young men don't have control of those things. What'd you think?
Very sexy.
One of the things that isn't depicted enough in cinema anywhere in the world is a woman being celebrated for wanting sex and initiating sex. And that being a good, normal, healthy, awesome thing. That's my favorite thing about this video is the fact that she's the initiator and she unashamedly wants to have sex with him. And the song itself was just, it felt like a total throwback to something from the very, very early 2000s, late 90s. And
trying to see if anybody's reviewed it. Okay.
Alka, the vocals.
Was it Alka?
Yeah, it was Alka Yagnik. At least that's what it said in the opening credits, and I couldn't
was
deny
like,
that.
it's either Lotto or Alka.
Yeah, she's always. It's hard to differentiate the two because their vocals are so similar. She has just a little bit of more heft to her voice and a slight. They're in the same range, but there's just a little bit more expanse and heft to her voice comparatively, and her vocals were gorgeous.
Yeah, lovely, gorgeous. What is that?
Beautiful.
What is that word?
Scare, maybe?
No. It looks like SECRE.
Secret? No idea.
That's what it says, right?
I can't tell. It's too blurry. It's too munched together and blurred. Maybe
Do
you find
want
another.
to know the secret?
Oh, there's no the T is supposed to be there. Do you want to know the secret?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I bet it's supposed to say, "Do you want to know the secret?" Yeah, there's supposed to be a T there. Why it's
No.
Oh yeah,
Do you want to know the secret?
It's a cough drop. The secret is hidden behind his shoulder or his clothing or the cuff of his thing. Do you want to know the secret?
Do you want to know the secret? I do. I would like to know the secret.
I would like to know the
secretions.
secret. Yes, that's what it is. Do you want to know the secretions? Great band name, by the way. The Secretions.
So you guys can let us know about this film. Obviously,
Coming
if
to a
there's
town
other
near you.
songs. If it was one that would be, and I have to go with this every year. I know there's not insanely great horror films. I just need films that have kind of scary elements. I get that. I understand that that genre is not prevalent. At least it's coming up now. I think for the first time, somebody once said, "It's like, is the horror film genre dead?" And I was like, "I don't think it was ever alive."
Well, one, I don't think it was ever fully alive.
Yeah.
Second of all, it's very clear that it's not. There's
It's on the come up.
it's on. Yeah,
Especially like maybe not full horror, except in the Malayalam industry or Tamil industry, are probably the two that I think would lead the charge currently.
Yeah.
But Bollywood does a really good job with the comedy horror, like the werewolf one last year.
Yeah.
Street 2's coming out.
Yeah.
There was a couple last year, like Phone Boot or something like that, that we missed. And
It is a shame though that Indrani's been really influential, and her sister, in opening my eyes to horror in general over the past couple years, that have made me become a big fan of the genre, because there's far more good out there than I ever thought was. The sad thing is, though, there's still so much garbage. If you're trying to find a good horror film, you'd be 1 out of 10 is worth watching. The other 9 just reinforce the narrative I had prior to being introduced to some of the best horror stuff, of how bad some of it is. And we've seen some very good horror stuff out of India.
probably the
They're
best,
far and few between, but we've seen some really good ones.
in terms of like the ones that are the scariest. And I don't think there's any that have been insanely scary that are keeping me up at night at all.
The one I think that would have come closest if we'd seen it on a big screen would be Tumbad.
Boot.
That too.
And then the Marathi one,
in the field.
was
Those are in my top
those are
5.
the scariest
Yeah.
ones. Then there's other ones that are just good and fun, and like Stree, and then 1920 was actually really surprising. And how good-
Romantically,
Yeah.
that's a nice. I would.
Which is actually-
romance horror.
which is what I would suspect this is kind of like from
Yeah,
romance horror.
yeah. Not period romance horror.
Whether she's
but romance
possessed
horror.
or a witch,
Right.
That's the vibe it's giving me
They
right
didn't.
now.
Did they? Well, her feet were facing the right way.
This one does say The Secret.
Yeah, the secret. Do you want to know the secret?
The poster, like the one that I've seen a lot, is just
I'd much prefer if it was.
Secret!
Do you want to know the secretion?
But and I know it's a popular film series. I know it's a popular score as well. People love the score of this film. So if it's one that'd be worth a watch, obviously please let us know. Because one of the things I do like, reason I like to watch some of these is because when new films come out, they often reference old popular films,
Right.
especially in Hindi specifically.
Yeah,
They like referencing old films.
very much.
in
They
their
Easter egg all
current
the time.
films.
Yep.
And so, at minimum, for that, it's nice to see some of these films, even if they're not perfect. I get that, but I feel like last year we actually saw quite a few good ones. I feel like last year I think we only saw,
Stupid Babies have been giving us good recommendations.
I think we only saw like 4 or 5 last year. We didn't do a full month. But I have a list of stuff that hopefully And I don't know if we'll do any watch alongs. I don't know if any of them are watch along worthy, or if they're just more reviews. Because only certain films I think are watch along worthy. You need, like that last Damo film that we just reviewed probably wouldn't have been a watch along worthy film,
Right.
Because even though it's really good,
You know what I would love to? I think I've said this before. I would love to have actually a dedicated movie theater that's your own, that can seat 100 people in it, and do a watch along with movies either they recommend or a movie that you recommend, and then have a panel discussion afterwards with everybody and have a mic for people in the audience and just spend some time talking about the movie.
I wonder how much it costs to rent out a theater to play whatever you want.
Yeah, you could find out. We could do it. Especially, I bet you could. The better place to go would be like Lamelay. They'd have a much lower rate.
Still isn't cheap, I bet.
I bet it isn't.
But it'd be cool. Like
it is.
If we got it, like if we hadn't seen DDLJ yet.
Well, I do know,
like LA Stupid Babies.
I do know you could do this. This wouldn't be if it's comparable. So, for example, if you wanted to rent out the Hudson main stage, which is a 99-seat place, you can rent that out. It's going to run you between $700 and $1,000 for the night. Yeah. But if you sell tickets to the event, as long as you break even, it's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely not doing it. It costs that much. I don't even know what film we do, but I think it'd be cool to see it would have to be like a popular film that people love.
Yeah.
We haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
Anyways, let us know about this film if it's worth a watch. If not, watch other spooky-ish movies. Like I said, it doesn't have to be horror. Just from any genre, any language that just kind of have a spooky feel to it. Let us know down below.